dark? Hey, let's be honest. I gotta tell you, is it too dark? Should I plug that light in back there? I don't even think y'all can see back there, but like, I was just thinking. I'm tweaking, man. Eat these talkies. How y'all day going? Good? You want me to stop stalling? Alright. Okay, guys. So today is Spooky Scary Sunday. It's definitely not Wednesday. It's Sunday. And on this Sunday, we're going to do Spooky Scary Sunday. My throat. It's like this house. It must just be making my throat act up. If y'all like it or not, alright guys? Like, y'all gotta be the ones to inform me. Suck it. These are trash. You need to stop recording them. Stop immediately. And just stick to what you know. I don't know. And if y'all want me to play any games, can y'all please actually comment this time? Like, if y'all want me to play a game, just comment it down below. I know somebody did say F and F, but I tried that. I messed up. The recording got like, but I'm talking too much. So y'all can send me any Spooky Scary Sunday videos from my Twitter right here. I might make a new one. Yep, I'm gonna make a new one. Bink, it's right there. Whatever name I pick, I'm gonna put it right here. It's gonna be a lot of editing. Let's make it slow today. Yes, my Twitter, you can send any Spooky Scary Sunday videos. Go ahead and grab your snacks. This is a day when we all just come together, you know, party around, play around, do the dance that I just done. Grab your snacks. I got some Takis here. I'm not gonna eat this time, guys. I know y'all hate when I eat. I'm not gonna eat this time. But I did have some Takis and a cinnamon roll, cinnamon bun, donut, something like cinnamon donut. What do they call those? It's like a cinnamon roll donut, something like that. I don't know. But my mom got it from like Food Lion or something. Why am I talking so much? Alright. Roll the first animation. Hey guys, what's up guys? So today we're going to be watching Mr. Suit's horror short film, Sony FX3. And it's in 4K. Caught you in 4K. Caught you in 4K.
Got you in 4K.
Nice. Right on. Apply directly towards the forehead. And this one was made by Arctic 8. I'm not sure if it was actually made by this person, but they're the ones supplying us with the video. So good job. Y'all should get a little closer. I think we don't be close enough. Y'all like being closer or farther away? Be honest. Should I put the light back here? Y'all like the light when it's back here? Does it make me look cuter or uglier?
What? Look, the project was due Monday, and if he couldn't get it done on time, then he shouldn't have asked to be on it in the first place.
Facts.
No, I'm not authorizing any overtime. I gave him some, and you know what he did? He sat there the entire night twiddling his thumbs, and then he billed us for it. He's done. Tell him to pack his because I want him gone by Monday. Right. Right. I don't care. Get it done. Get it done!
I didn't think I would ever have to bleep in a Spooky Scary Sunday, but the audio is going in and out. Either it's mine or is it y'all too? Like, do y'all hear it?
This guy.
Exactly. So what you standing there for?
What are you doing, man? Yeah, I'm a scary dickhead. Look at me.
Sucker, you think I'm scared of that hammer you got from Walmart on the clearance aisle? Whoa, a hammer! Whoa! What is she gonna hammer some nails in? Whoa! Car ain't starting. Now he's speaking.
What the
What's up, bro? You look like you just pissed yourself. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Dude. I heard you just greased Ryan.
Sucker, chill out.
Was it the overtime thing?
Banging on my car like that, I'm gonna call law
Group
enforcement.
chat, man. Everyone's talking about it. And I quote, tell him to pack his shit. Damn, bro, that's gonna be so weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Why did I
Drop
just
it,
back
alright?
Uh,
the mic up?
All right, man. I'm heading home. Peace.
All right, see ya.
I would have been like, Brody, did you see that sucker that had the Krober hammer? Krober hammer. Let me stop. I'm gonna just stop talking. Stop talking. He in the front seat. Close your eyes. Yes, you looking at me. Close your eyes. Think and replay back to what you just watched. Go back a little bit, a couple more notches. Go back a little bit more. What was the purpose? Let's use our context clues. Yes, use the CCLPT. Let's use the CCLPT. Our characterization, our conflicts, our context, our language, our point of view, and our theme. Let's use all of those and let's figure out what just went on in this scenario. What just happened? I think we should go to the next animation. Hey guys, what's up? So guys, the next animation is SSG Animations. I don't know who they are, but they got 129k subscribers, so that means they must be good. 22 true horror stories animated. It's 3 hours, but we're only watching one, and if it's too long, just a half, because I don't want to watch too much, because I don't want to edit too much. Oh my gosh. So let's get right into it, guys.
My name is Brandon White, and I used to get food from the McDonald's restaurant close to my house every day. A couple of months ago, I walked in to get something and was attended by a new female employee named Mary. She was middle-aged, had short brown hair, and was slightly overweight. While I waited for my order, she tried to get to know me, making small talk. I didn't mind at the time. She seemed nice, and there was nothing odd about our conversation. After giving me my sandwich, I left, not knowing that visiting McDonald's that day would lead to my biggest mistake ever. The next few days after meeting her weren't that different from the first. But as more days went by, I began to notice something strange about Mary. For starters, Mary was always the one taking my orders. This was unusual for McDonald's. To make things worse, the conversations she tried to have with me only became weirder and left me uncomfortable in most situations. She would say strange things like how I looked so sexy and tasty, and sometimes ask me questions that no employee should have been interested in.
Yo, her teeth.
Everything about Mary's behavior was odd. She looked almost 10 years older than me and didn't strike me as that sort of person in any way. Eventually, I began visiting another McDonald's far away from my house, deciding against reporting Mary and getting her fired. A couple of weeks went by, and one day, I walked into the new McDonald's and saw Mary working at the counter. I was shocked and expected her to tell me if she was filling in for someone, but instead, Mary acted as if she'd never left the old McDonald's and didn't address the situation at all. She resumed her usual attempts at small talk and disturbing remarks, but I simply ignored everything she said, got my order, and left. I decided not to go to McDonald's for a while, and only had it when a few friends placed orders at their apartments. I didn't know if Mary still worked there, but I wasn't eager to find out. One afternoon, while walking home after getting groceries, someone suddenly bumped into me out of nowhere, and most of my groceries failed. I bent over to pick them up, and the woman who had bumped into me began apologizing as she joined me to pick up the groceries. When I looked up to thank her, I was shocked to see Mary standing in front of me. I remained in silence as
Why would you have
my
to
mind
look up,
raced.
sucker? You can see the skin
Was
complexion.
this woman stalking
She's
me,
the
or
only
was
darkest
this just a
sucker in the
coincidence?
room, in the
After
universe.
standing there in silence, Mary finally said, "Well, young man, I'm in a hurry, so sorry about that," and left, acting like she didn't know who I was. I brushed it off again as a coincidence and walked home. As I got home, I realized my house keys weren't on me, but I was in a hurry and figured I had probably left without them. So I quickly got my spare key from under the mat, dropped my groceries inside, and left to meet up with my colleagues.
Y'all know how I feel about spare keys.
My coworkers and I spent a couple of hours getting drunk and playing games on our day off. I left and headed home. But as I opened my door, something about it felt different. That feeling you get when someone else has been in your home was everywhere. But I was wasted, and all I wanted to do was take a shower. So I quickly looked around and headed to the bathroom.
What is he yapping about?
Later that night, I was alone in my living room watching HBO when my phone rang. I was curious about who could be calling me so late at night, so I answered with a simple, "Hello?" There wasn't a voice on the other end, but I could hear someone breathing heavily for about a minute before finally hearing a whispery voice say,
"That's her.
Come upstairs." I ended the call immediately, assuming it was some kids playing a prank, but something about it felt off, and despite my efforts, I couldn't stop thinking about it, and how I felt someone was in my home earlier that day. About 3 minutes later, my phone rang again, and it was the same number. I simply ignored it and tried to focus on something else. That's when I heard a noise coming from upstairs. I quickly switched off the TV and decided to listen more closely to make sure I wasn't hearing things. Sure enough, I heard a loud noise from upstairs, followed by another, and soon enough, I could tell they were footsteps, and someone was actually in my home. I quickly grabbed my phone and called the police before heading to the kitchen and grabbing a knife. The house was silent for the next few minutes, so I began to walk up the stairs slowly to make sure there was actually an intruder. As I checked each room one after the other, I began to calm down and question if I heard anything at all. Eventually, there was only one room left to check, and as I opened the door to the guest room, I was filled with a feeling of relief as all I could see was an empty room, and the sense of relief I had just gotten was quickly overcome with fear. As out of the corner of my eye, I could see a figure standing behind the door. Before I could say anything, the person jumped on me, knocking the knife out of my hand and settling on top of me, pinning both my arms under her. In that moment, all I could feel was terror as Mary looked me dead in the eyes before proceeding to grab the knife I had dropped. Mary slowly brought her head closer to me and began to sniff me, like she was taking in deep breaths. My skin began to crawl, and I began to struggle to get free, but there was no use, as Mary was a lot heavier than I was. She eventually stopped sniffing me and proceeded to say, "Oh, I missed you so much, baby. But you've been avoiding me lately. You looked so tasty today. I had to see you. And well, now I have to take a little bite." She smiled and continued, "Now, it'll hurt a little, but I'm sure you don't mind, darling." Mary quickly brought down the knife on my hand, taking my pinky finger clean off. The pain shot through my body, and I couldn't help but let out a piercing scream. Blood began to spill everywhere, and Mary couldn't hold back her laugh as she threw my finger in her mouth and chewed it down until nothing remained. At that point, I had begun to close my eyes as I slowly lost consciousness from the pain. That's when Mary said, "No, baby, don't do that. I was just about to have one of your tastier parts." She then proceeded to hold my eyelids open as she lowered the knife slowly towards my eye. Before I could begin to plead with her, police sirens filled the air, and I was immediately filled with relief. Mary quickly got off me and pointed the knife at me, saying, "No. How did they find out, baby? You didn't call them, did you?" One look at the woman in front of me, and I could tell she was absolutely crazy. She began pacing the room and was visibly worried, so I decided it was better to play into her game than act out, as I already knew how far she was willing to go. "I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was you waiting for me, so I called them. Just let me go down there and send them away, and I'll be right back." Mary looked at me with what seemed to be
eyeballs
relief,
look like
I could
that.
tell she truly believed what I had just said. She replied, "All right, honey, be quick now," and lowered the knife, letting me leave.
And her eyes is lopsided.
I bolted downstairs with one thing in mind: get as far away from Mary as I could. As I stepped out of the house, I was met by a group of officers. They asked if anyone else was in the house before storming in and exiting with Mary in the next few minutes. Mary was taken away in tears as she screamed at me for betraying her and not keeping my word. confirming to the police that she was completely crazy. In the last few days, I've been informed by the authorities that Mary is wanted in several states for multiple counts of rape, assault, and suspicion of cannibalism. I was lucky enough to be the only one of her victims to survive her ordeal. That encounter still keeps me up at night, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about the first time I met Mary in McDonald's. I hope my story has helped you all realize that we really know nothing about the people who serve us and our families at McDonald's. In my case, I met a crazy serial killer who posed as a happy-go-lucky woman. But in your case, it just might be the devil who hands you your Happy Meal with a smile on their face. Hello, everyone. We are thrilled.
Alright, pause that. That one actually was not bad. Y'all gotta give that a little round of applause. Ah, my shoulder. I forgot to tell you. Something's wrong with my shoulder. I think I might dislocated it or something. I don't know. Something's really wrong with my shoulder, like really badly. So I give y'all a little mini clap. Hopefully it feels better tomorrow. Got 2 videos to edit. So how did y'all like that one? I give that one a solid 10 out of 10. I like that. First of all, I don't know why the freaking police just took her in the car and just drove away. Like, bro didn't have like 4 missing fingers, even though all he said was she chopped off the pinky finger. Sucker, she chopped off all 4. Replay it real quick. I know that's more editing, but replay it. She chopped off all 4 fingers. That was not just the pinky finger, buddy. That was not just a pinky finger. And then the first thing they should have did was tend to his wounds. But no, they sent him back in the house and said, go ahead and sit down. Go back to what you were doing. Sucker. First of all, look at her. Pull her up on the screen. Look at her. Are you talking to this individual? She over here talking about some, yo, you looking sexy. 68-year-old woman come up to you talking about something, you looking sexy. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you real quick. Chat, mute her. Alright, guys. The sun's getting real low. Them likes is getting higher, baby.